What's up, YouTube? Ask a Nerd TV here, and today we're going to be going over the basic OBS setup in 2020 version 24.0.3 with an AMD Ryzen 8-core CPU. Some of the things we're going to be talking about, as there is a little bit of confusion, is do you have game mode enabled or not? Some of the other things we're going to discuss will be what version of Windows 10 should you be on, and what are some of the best settings for most games so you can get high quality on your streams. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment down below with your settings in OBS in 2020. Let's get to it. Now, one of the first things you want to do before you start streaming is you want to check your computer and make sure everything's set up properly for this version of OBS. To do this, we're going to right click on the start bar, we're going to go to System, and then we're going to verify over here at the bottom right that we're on Windows 10 version 1903 or above. You want to do this because there's a known issue with versions below 1903 and the game mode actually hindering your computer's ability to encode the video and stream it out to Twitch or Mixer, whatever service you use. The next thing you want to do is you actually want to make sure that game mode is enabled. And to do this, you're going to click the Start button, you're going to go to Settings, you're going to go to Gaming, and then over here on the left, you're going to go to Game Mode. Make sure that game mode is on. The next thing you want to do to check and see, what your upload speed is to the internet, and you want to go to Google and type in speed test. I usually use speedtest.net, but it shows your IP address, so I'm going to kind of hide that from you guys this time. So what you can do is just go to this basic speed test. You can click Run. And this is what we're looking for, is your upload speed. Now, you can see mine's 10. It's supposed to be 20. This one doesn't ever get it right. But as long as you're doing at least 10, then you should be good for a 6,000 bit rate on Twitch. And Mixer has a max of 10,000 bit rate. So unless you're like me and you have 20 or above, I really wouldn't recommend, if you're using that service, to go above, 6,000 if all you've got is 10. Now, the next thing we want to do is we're going to go to obsproject.com and we're going to click on the Windows version. And as you can see down here, it started the download of the Windows version. You're going to go ahead and download that. And we're going to install it. I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed on my computer. But you'll want to do that, run the installation, and then you'll get to your OBS window. Before opening OBS for specifically this version of Windows 10 and for OBS version 24.0.3, I recommend setting your OBS to permanently run as administrator. It's recommended that you right-click on it and run as administrator, but who wants to right-click, run as administrator, and then click yes every time they want to stream? So in order to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to right-click, you're going to right-click one more time on OBS, and then you're going to left-click on Properties. Once you get here, you're going to go over to the Compatibility tab. In the Compatibility tab down here at the bottom, you'll see right here a checkbox that says Run this program as administrator. Check the box, click Apply, and then click OK. And now you can open OBS. And one of the first things you want to do in OBS is you want to click on Settings and go to your Output tab. You're going to be looking at the Streaming tab over here on the right, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Now, if you want to do recording, you can always mirror these settings in the Recording tab, and it should turn out just fine. What you want to do from here is you want to set your encoder to x264. After you do that, you want to go ahead and make sure that your rate control is CBR. This stands for constant bit rate. Now, I stream to Mixer, so I have mine set to 10,000, but if you're streaming to Twitch, unless you're partner, I would highly recommend setting it to a maximum of 6,000 and not going any higher, because you won't get any transcoding, or you might not. I mean, for affiliates, it's hit or miss, and if you're not at least affiliate, you're not getting it. So go ahead and set it to 6,000. Now, as an extra step, I go ahead and check this box and use a custom buffer that's equal to my bitrate, and what I've found is this seems to keep my bitrate at that stable whatever I set it to. Like, it still fluctuates a little, but it usually doesn't go much lower than 10,000, and in some cases goes higher. The next thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure your keyframe interval is 2. This is per documentation for both Mixer and Twitch. If you don't have it set to 2, you might have issues with your stream. I have my CPU usage preset set to very fast. My profile is set to high. And then I have some custom X264 options that I have specifically for my CPU. From what I've seen, this seems to work for all AMD 8-core CPUs. So I don't know about the Intel side. I haven't really seen anybody try it. But if you have an Intel 8-core CPU like a 9900K or something like that, feel free to plug these in. I'll put them in the description below and let me know if it works. The next thing you want to do from here is you want to go to video. Now, this is where we're going to set up your resolution. On Twitch, I would recommend setting it to 720p for your output. And your base canvas resolution is whatever you have your monitor set to. In order to find that, what we're going to do, we'll get out of this for a second, we'll come right back into it, is we'll right-click on the desktop in an empty area and we'll click on Display Settings. Scroll down a little and what you'll see is your display resolution here. And that's really all you need to know is whatever monitor you're gaming on, whatever your default monitor is, set it to the same resolution as what it's set to. Now, your output for Twitch, I would recommend setting it to 1280 by 720 because you're only going to get that max 6000 bit rate and it's going to make your stream look better. If you want to, you can set it to 1080p, but just know you're trying to shove a lot of pixels into a 6000 bit rates. So go ahead and just leave it at 720p unless you're streaming a Mixer. Then in that case, at 10,000 bit rate, 1080p actually looks pretty good. If you don't believe me, stop by and check out my channel, mixer.com/zombieface with 2 A's in the face. The next thing I recommend is setting your downscale filter to bicubic. You can try Lanczos, but just in my experience, I didn't think it looked that well. And since you have an 8-core CPU, you can go ahead and I set mine to fractional. You can set it to common. I don't even know why I do this. I just did it because I wanted to be cool, I guess. But you can set it to common and just set your FPS to 60. Pretty much after that, all you have to do is start setting up your scenes, adding all your sources, making sure that your mic and your desktop audio are plugged into the right thing, and you should be good to go. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, or subscribe. Let me know if there's anything that you do differently. Let me know if there's anything that you think's wrong with this.